rewai jare siesie ho ye fast nebra belotre ena fe minister set nti anadwo edie ebeye de ye bebompa ye dimpa ya no mompa ye wia ayeye osore ye ntontom afa ye prayer request no ye de piso adenchi anopa 5 o'clock na chesenyame wayama ye papa enti channel so send ne obeba
meri di krobia asante menuaba
nana efia broni popebi Pesa White, yes, I say.
And come on, yes, I was me women that so do so now. Mamprobi hospital, ni pebi bora hoko ria kwada. Ya wono fofo kra. Na Ghana for kasa, you don't want HSS hebe. En ye near dia boss and yamina who ebani na. Kwabrani en konko sabio kwa woso. Na yenkoku wi ani basan simpepi ya 30 sans nsemono. Fofo ya wo hwe apomdi so ma bo kwabra mi ta kando. Enne we hia sa twefo. Na ni nsem odi atun nyina ne se. Edi kan wo ka kire anesefo midwife fo apomden enmefo nyina se wo adwuma mu a ade no efra ne tag ne wo ya twere udin ewo so no omodia se ode bebo kokoso anase ba bia wo se ode bo a obia be hunu saso mese obintini ne no atumi aboa kwabra ne yehia na se bi mo ho a na kire se wo nya adwuma ebia na ufiri baabi ene wa ba be frama nti betimi kura achew se bia we nipa boni ni bi sansa wo tag no emmo na no wo to aso se so betimi ayi ato ne de bia na wadu security checkpoint a watra ukofie ene otimi yi wade e de show botom eno te kokoda akwada ne ye wono foteche no a ye de ne tag no ebo no se ne nan a anase bia ne nsa ye de ne din anase bia da kura report ye wo no ahyase no akwa otimi di bia ne ye de abo no eno no beboa ena afi ofo anu so owo abofra no ma me no ono so e wose ne tag no ebo no akokopim se ya beyi no free hospital nti ono osi abonten tra security checkpoint dia wopa utumi eyi ono abu mita kando.
Apart from the tagging, which is part of the clear protocols of identification of patients and babies, name tags should not be taken off at the ward level. Name tags, both the parent, the mother, and the baby, should be taken off at the security gate, at the exits, after going through all the protocols, settling your debts, and you are exiting the health facility. That's where the name tags must be taken off. And that is one of the reasons why, or that is one of the means why we can avoid the incidents of baby swaps. We hear this a lot, stealing of babies and people complaining that no, this is not my baby. In some cases, they come from the identification of the babies. These are the few ones. There are more. For example, I have told them that look, I do not want to go to any health facility and I see a bare land, red soil. No, that place must either be paved, tarred, or must plant grasses, flowers. If you don't have the money to pave or tar, at least you can have money to grow grasses or flowers around to beautify the area. So these are all part of the directives we will ensure that they work.
Obani minta kando ena mutene ka osofo hwe apomide so.
Ye to aswe ye ko ewutu eye ofa ko circuit court na ene wo mutena se Emma he ona nana asantuwa takura ya wono ena kyerese wo ye kwadu bofo wo ba omodia ebo kwadu en wo se emrantie dumienu a wo mo ye national security officers afa mienu du so eka ho a wo mo so mo ye langas fo no wo mo langas no ye so mo ye notorious ye ka notorious anadeze wo mo de wo mo langas no wo mo ye nipa bonesam abonefosam en wo mo de ye en wo mo ne national security fo ya kwaka bomu a wo mo abowura eye gomu akoti gomu odwobi ene enkronkro communities ahodo a ebemben wo mo koye a wo mo akwa jiri nkrofo dan etuegu adan a wo mo ye demolition exercise na adan a wo mo ajiri egu eye mako system ena nkrofo ye jiri egu fom ya ye hwehwe mu a wo mo amfa mra kwan so wo mu nkita nkrata wo mu nkita bibia eno ane so wo makoye the demolition ejuri nkrofo dan egu fom na na asem na akopie mu okoto a ye de kodi we nyina ede abo wo mo na ye hye wo mo se wo mo nkwada remand na ebre beso amia sa frɛ wo mo biem ama mo asaba na sa bre no eye mate bosome ne de toso enan ebre a woni a yakwadwiri wo mo dan eguo no wo mo kasa na kyesa akwakoye osun ene awerɛho pa
sana nchise no akwa me ni ajon omo si 2 weeks time yembra na MSF na me de me ni beji pa se omo bedem forever because ndra mo de e ho no mo de me sheki ankasa me buo hu nti me fast na me fa moto no fa police for ban esa dan ka me be mo di me nu amon na e ko ti pa cho mo hwe na case na e da ho na so pan so mo hwe na mo bi fa mo mai na ko fo no ya fo mo ko aban ko ko mai
judge no ma omo ti asese sana case na koye no e wo say san de omo ko remind na eye on the 4th of March san ba ne beto asam no so na beda judge na se isan say case no na time security for make kasa ka chom say omu time so make kasa nto omu ya bo chene time so ba mo kwan na makasa nti no mesre say mpempo de omo na besi for na aban no so di na esi for na yetumi alock omo because and grass no me holy me wo me site me to me fence keke na oba na oba ba che me mpo a me nya offense bi aye wo holy me e de age me ni age say judge na really case ni say yes am kombra here on the 4th of March
enti wei eya disia womo ewo gomua akoti gomua jobi ene nkronkre benya yaba bedwiri womo dan egu a yamfa mbra kwan so no omso omani age court nhihye ne pa na eye mpanyimfo traditional authorities ya womo ewo gomua akoti wono nso e de adesrede eto aban no anase court no animu se court hwe se obema tentenene akoso
na nka bye wa man mpo nka bye mde nanso wa kan so nya asemi aka kire ndua o si nu no de need de kira na yaba ebu hu oboko na ma bia yi so de asem kan bia hu yani ji papa de judge de na ase nko so anyi na dwun sara na akuti ni ahun to hen mu fi hin no ohin na oda sasa oda ma no fa asefo no no we de adwuma no no wo isa ya oyi ya fa ase no wakofa cruise there one million view one more hwe kakra mi ntumi enchire dia court won ye se me chire pepera che se no court no yin wa hu adwuma ye na chanti no de adwuma amanfo den we bu na amanfo wa hwe ho no won hwe ho ni fi no do wo ye no won fa ye ho
enti eye nananom mpanyimfo a womo ewo gomua akoti ena te se womumu ba ko kasa wo se de mra ne se no yemfanto
gomua mamponso ne yetwa di akro gomua wesmesi nim fifi mantemu ne da so e bata bua de atia ne se wo so di kwama kwanye akwan pa wo mo nam so no ka wo mamfudie kawiram na se di asa bete on suru mu kura ene koko ntiso ya aban no de aba no o kire se nukura nyankopon anim ni ayebregu adwuma na se wo no meye na se bi ku se bi anya do wo mo kura no akuafo no wo mo ebre aso a bank se wo mo etumi edi no sei ya tete titu se hwihwihwihwihwihwi no mo kura anka ni yie mo kura no mpo a se pa se anka beti so de anka yema ebo no nyina ba bi egina kwati a isisi na esi na no no ne sentwe na nansa edi nkomo no mo kire se nukure ni ate wo mo nsurum na ha wo no papa manka na wo no mboa
koko djuma jede eboa pa officer mejan mewe school by bibinti ama ma ba she koko na yini by price na what my end in fact is o sho by pa mo ba se mu hu na mi pia hwibalo ma ji she na te bi na mo ko fie na mi skaki twa bi na mbofla wo ho o se bi ma mbofla bibi no wode pe bi na mi skaki twa bi de in fact aban on hwe en kakra ye koko na wa che wudun de nye kura shimkla 11 million aba aban on hwe en kakra they did ye ble pa o se antwa aba
koko djuma de eye am de me farm ndo ba ta mama cancer do ya ndo ya pa as a youth young guy o space na ku na obenya sase na obaye djuma na bo ha igmano ba ble sa koko do yin sa bodu koko ngoko na skefan de ndo ye so de bayan to do ya sama wo shwena am shoot
enti kwakwakwafo no na chiromhima ya wogomu amampon ene nana akire nkofo asika ene wode to politicians na my phone woni mu se ade bi se na ya no wadan na mayesem no mu hwe yie pa na nya bibia na edi amayo
kakra maka che hena mpenyufo a hena ba mu mpenyufo na mesre ho be bosha na wa hye no won dido ma hena kuafo no so wennyinje osande se hona bo mu gu bebia oyede ma na ha woni nyina abaye kese nti se wa hye bo a menyim de ebo na wa hye no obejido na mesre de won dido na won tokoko ni ye ma kuafo no won kan ye na ma hona bo mu oyede ma no chede edwuma na wori ye no ohu hwi
Chidom hima ya ogumu amampon nana achire nkofo asika nsem no.
Greater Accra Regional Manager Edema National Ambulance Service Owura Daniel Asarim na wopani di atudwa achire se niam bi koso o mayi mu a enye kra not Ghana fo munyai o na aba so obeye sa ebedu tamu a wani abre a afa wuhia mo no obie iwu sanse bi nsem hunu a wedi enti na ede ebisa se de ba de a ene wo kire mu se enkran eye fire service for no wo mo wa na obi afre hello mbachom ko adwuma ma pom nya ka nkofie nti mfam ka na mefa me fire service o eno na nchen wo se wo mo wa na obi so afre mintime ne me yire nanti ye be nden sa no mo aka kwase asem sa kwase akoso kwa eno mo se enkofo ye na wo pani kire mu se na anu bi kura de wo mo wa na akwa bi frɛ wo frɛ ye no mo peke ye hello say oh medidi na so mabre erade Ghana for ebi mo adwene nyo enti ere kire mu prank course a wo mo anya bosumi bia wo mo tumi nya saa course fon no e ma ko be 5,000 per month wo mutumi nya saa course no obi timi frɛ mpacho mhwe wakora pete fire service for ye benden saa no wotre se Ghana for munya yo na enye eba saa no abose saa bre no a wo frɛ no asebi wujimie no na obi so be frɛ saa time no aka tre wo mo se bi eja to baby enso na wo wugina call no so a sebi wudi nsem hu no enya de papa.
Prank calls normally happens when you raise a false alarm. There's no emergency, but you are calling that somebody is lying somewhere, so the ambulance service should come in. In a month, we can get about 5,000 prank calls where people will call and say that, oh, I've eaten, I'm tired, come and pick me to the hospital. Some will even call and check whether we have come on duty. So people just, the line is toll-free line. So when you call, there are no charges. So it affects also our call. It also brings congestion. But as a service, there's a policy that we are not supposed to refuse any emergency. Anytime a call comes, we are supposed to pick it because you don't know who needs your attention. So we don't refuse any. Just that sometimes the call volumes come on us, and sometimes you might call and all the ambulances are on emergencies. So we want to advise the general public that they should only call where there's an emergency. I've made these issues to the Ghana Police Service and other so that we can bring these perpetrators to book. And the cost to that goes through the National Signal Bureau. That's the national security before it's routed to the ambulance service.
Eni ekwati eye Owura Daniel Asare were Greater Accra Regional Manager Edema National Ambulance Service no na woka se won se course no so omuntumi nka se ko ya ebe enye papa ana we de ye papa ko bia bebe bia wase wo mofa na ra wo sebe ne se wo mutumi peke ko no na se bi nipa ne gina so na wo di nsem hunu ensem ehu hia ensemfo saa obi frɛ ose me ne me yire wo so ne me na we ambulance fo asem na obi afrɛ ose me hwe wa peke na we afrɛ no wo kan nsem hunu na wo se enya munyai wate mo amudi saa nkwa asem no munyai
Oyerepa 100.7 FM show na mra hye badwani ya wo ofoase ayirebi ene kwadwo opon kroma odi atudwa se domkuma no de e wono masede se wo mbo abanu achi na bra no hunu se Ghana fo ena wo som ye ne enti e wo se wo ma oman ehu hia no na omanfo soso ho toyen na no wo to aso no wo se sa Center for Democratic Development CDD wonu mi hyemudi ase a eja kokopi ya wo kasa yi wo se domkase ne de mpempi da bia no saade ne yew se enyew ene ye som de omo ye domkase ade ne nya kura no omo buronkuma no eka no no ma hyade egbo mani agusu na so no nkyere se wo mo nkoma no ntum ono nsemi.
We prefer alternatives, whether it's to bills or to policies. We prefer alternatives, and our prayer is that some more attention will be paid to the alternatives that we prefer. Not, just dismiss that, oh, you are in opposition, so keep quiet. But to take it from a point of good faith that these guys have been in government before, they've succeeded before, they failed before. If they are telling us to pay more attention to this, maybe we should pay some more attention. In the instances that we have drawn attention very strongly, we regret to say that when attention was not paid, down the line you will hear of, something very unpalatable. But we will not stop putting on the table those alternative views that we believe will be in the best interest of the Republic.
And Kojo Pokromano, what was one was say, Omudi Bilby, Emra Fufra, Yajituma Baba Emra Krakra, Shibi for Security and Intelligence Agencies Bill. And Nona Okas and Nona Bansan Webabwa, Amma Bambo and Chichimu etumi Abapa, Brane Branono, Biabitue in the Jumeyi, na Quampe Befasro, no man 4 year war Mayimu, between Abo Hobayi and Suso, and Ubusua Okan was in Pimpri.
Intelligence Services Act that we are talking about. We think that the current bill that has been brought, which commingles the functions of the internal intelligence agency with that of the external intelligence agency, that current draft is dangerous. It needs to be split so that there's clarity around what the internal intelligence agency can do, and they will not wade into the work of the external. Neither will the external wade into the internal. For example, when you go to the US, the CIA doesn't operate in American territory. They are external. In the current draft, it's been put together. Our alternative proposition is decouple them, don't put them together. I can give you some more in that particular bill. We have alternative propositions that say limit the minister to just reporting to Parliament. If you don't, then you are now usurping the constitutional rules in Articles 83, 84, 85 given to the National Security Council. So for us, anytime we raise something, we come to the table with an alternative proposition. In terms of the law, there is no problem there. It is the practice that has a problem, and the practice has a problem in the area where the law enforcement agencies are over-weaponizing or actually weaponizing their power.
Enti opani Kojo Pokromana motinu nkano oyemrashe bedwani mo manfo mo ofuase ayrebi ye ka wo se demunso ewo Oyerepa TV.
Ora James Makion Amoa were project lead edema Ghana Public Health Association ene one semtrofo ehia ye no mo bonkomo ye wo kire non-communicable diseases na chese enyadewo a obitumi nya bie nanso nyade a ebetumi atrahye akọ obi so da bi enye ne sa wo se sa nyadewo no eye niemo bebre ene deba enu ntinko ka ono nko ade a enka ban emfa eto no de mu dupa nya eto mfiamfia ni bi eto akese tele bambam sa to ni bi no won fanto esichire nuane eni ye friend say enchire nuane ahodo a ye credit free amano ne eba Ghana ha no ye mfa so asa to kakraka no emfa ntoto so se de be ya ebema ni die no kra no akofom anasa se ye krade abo man ni mu no eno nso betumi akofom efise se nuane wei yade ahodo a ede breye no pressure diabetes ne nyade akese ede ba no enya asem keto akora.
We say over nipa 10 be wo Ghana sia e cost 7 and NCDC come diabetes, hypertension, kidney disease, akomayare e kunpa bebre today na betima ye de esia no content na share mo asin to to me no bi aye ya betim dia boa amiesensi dia no bi ni policies ba ko ne say edita enuane amodi ni ba ekunipa this is sugar drink say duana enchin baby woman duana nwa bi woman the tax better so the tax so no bo be cost so na better no so better because even how this car better no ma body baby about mundi baby is not the cost of sa yare na cost no be come the toss me no and say front of pack labeling e go be package bia na be cham hu say rani we no wom udia emboa udia be boa anu say kan wat mene na dey try to encourage some sini marketing of food TV so social media so billboard na betima ye adverta exposing especially in color dey rani we ya emboa ma wonya ya rewe only obi a yes I say betama ya we obi anu ma call betim dey ya bill ama Ghana for ultimate tie di so the ban sana yare na yabon ya kan wasem na bi nye ne betima tena sache the tacha ye moka bibi hospital betima munya kwanso ama ye contribution ye ama Ghana man no cause a bit wey ora James Makion Amoa ene
project lead or na project lead at the Ghana Public Health Association a wo mo ne nsɛmtwerɛfo hyiaye na wo mo yɛ nkyerɛkyerɛ non-communicable diseases anase yade a ɛno no emfiri obi so nko obi so na emom ɛno no de wunye bia ye wa diabetes ne hypertension ne saa nyadewa no ɛne wo mo kyerɛ ne ma hodo ɛde ba no esan sɛ enya de pasa enuane ne nyɛ sɛ bedie ne nti no yɛmfa to akɛse nto so na ɛba saa no a enipa ntimi ni bebre saa
Enkramofo akwanche konkro fiti ase ya oguso Ramadan na nyankropɔ ya aduma la ya adumu a wode bekwa wiye soso nkonsan mu nyano na mampani John Dramani Mahama ene ne ye ma Melody na Mahama edi tirim kwansem edi ma wone se akwantu a fiti ase nyankropɔ ala no anyi wo mababa fo kodura asundwem na eduru bere bi so se yi a eye abotoye mu san soso ene ya asundwe akomam nsesaye ena afi soso adwenumufan na yeso wo de eye sebe ya obewie no ala nhira bia no wasisi diama won sabe kanempo aso Ghana so enyina afi mpaye no a wonom ebo no nsuso no wo mododo no a ema Ghana sumdwe ene yenkwa nimu
night Allah wa barakatuh. As we stand at the threshold of this blessed month of Ramadan, Lodina and I extend our warmest greetings to you and your families. Ramadan is truly a special time, a month of reflection, renewal, and coming together as one community. As you begin your fast, may your hearts be purified and your imani strengthened and accepted. May Allah the most merciful grant you good health and peace of mind and abundant mercies throughout these 30 days of fasting. May your prayers be answered, your good deeds be accepted, and may this Ramadan month bring you closer to our Creator and to one another. As you break your fast each evening with family and friends, remember that the true beauty of Ramadan lies not just in abstaining from food, but in the discipline, compassion, and generosity we show to all, especially to those who are less fortunate than us. Let's use this holy month to strengthen the bonds of unity, love, and peace in our communities and across our beloved nation, Ghana. From my family, we wish you a spiritually fulfilled and blessed Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak. May Allah accept your.
And the mampani John Dramani Mahama ni tirim kwansem ya wode ema na nanu Muslimu fo makwache konkra wafiti asi eno no.
Customs Division Ghana Revenue Authority and one articulator tracks no ema kudu mienu ni eche womo anima egumu no nyansam ketwa baby ayedine gina sa taxi cheche womo no dahwe na tema kwantempo no esom na empanyifo ya womo da Ghana Revenue Authority ano kire se taxi makudu mienu womo afane ma edifri akanu edenam Niger afemua babe piemu kulungugu ya womo de aba bedru wo man Ghana mu ena teso womo kopiemu odare na tema road no so a yate womo na yate womo no eniema egumu 44,055 packages of edible cooking oil snatch say anwa yade ye aduane afei tomato paste ya kan certain tomatoes no eno so ka ho spaghetti ya kan se talia eno so eka ho bebrebe na yetiremu a womo so ane do so po emma ewo articulator tracks makodu mienu mu a wo de ba Ghana ha ne ehwehwe mu oro na ese nkrofo e wo mantua tax o en wo de nemu saa tese wo mo bo man ne kro no na wo kire se wo calculate ye no tax e wase nko mutua 85 million chapable Ghana cedis ena nko mu wie mu edi adwane a yate wo mu deputy minister ye wo hwe yesika semso Owura Thomas Nyako Ampem en wode abasobo ede ama Ghana Revenue Authority team no a wo mutumi ye hwehwemu ekoche sa taxi.
So we got information that an operation that was jointly carried out by Customs and National Security led to the interception of about 12 trucks that were carrying over 44,000 pieces of edible oil, spaghetti, and tomato paste from what's the port? Akanu, purported to be in transit to Niger, and they were intercepted deep in the night. And so about 11 of them are currently here, as we can see. We haven't seen about 6 trucks as we speak. So investigation is ongoing.
Enti wei swafo abedi ekira wo hwe yesika sem so Yera Thomas Nyanko ampem no na Commissioner General Edema Ghana Revenue Authority Ora Anthony Kwesi Sapon en wode caution pa wode to one year one more ton near major any businessmen and businesswomen any mu say mo edwana moye no mo hese medi mraso yo
GRA through the Customs Division together with the Revenue Mobilization Task Force of the National Security undertook this exercise, and as a state agency responsible for revenue mobilization, want to assure the nation that this exercise is going to continue because our mandate is to ensure that we raise the revenue for national development. Again, we want to sound a caution to all businesses and traders that they should voluntarily carry out their businesses in a compliant manner.
Enti Commissioner General Edema Ghana Revenue Authority Ora Anthony Kwesi Sapon eni etenin kano.
Rasiba jani mo manfo moja ma no afa to peso aso e woburu mantemo ni opani Frederick Yaw ayenkwa na wodinsem twidwa kire sem kokon ketinkete eni suade hu na Yewura John Dramani Mahama edi aba no ade bia eye papa na animse enkoko ayekra edi firi nkofo ama so beduru ma yimu no dodo no a che frigi mu a envie be petepepe ne eseye ne nya kokra de aba ebeba no owia yade enkotwom na no na abasesa enkoko kitinkiti opani edi twidwa se woni a wonsa ka bibia no enhwe so obekora ne kakra ne sititia ne boto abe kakra no ne nkoko kra no ebia ne yicha ye ne nampo enkra bi emfa mama yimu ne ne ankase de no a eye fresh na kama no enwa ena ye wie nti se wanya bi na wo ya fa ni gie som na yempe kwampa befa so a enkoko ayekraba no yebitumi ateso
ene mpanfo na se sai ni swadi hu no ya mfa ya no anka keke na mo ya ka na ye dia ye ne hwe eni gia amanfo edi ewura policy no ma which is going forward America se ni efe wo hu ni se mampanya sha si factory e wo bitim asa amwa ya ye nyina no ye omumpo na ya nya ya e wo ha there's already marketer factory no better as raw material normal process asanton amaye we effect no eso one yan kwa ma no ne enka se ye kwa kokra enam e dia bo ma na je se ye pressure na dollar no e di ba ye si di so that's why that's
opani ya wahenkwa na mote no enka no mrashi bidwani ujama no empesu aso na DC ya ono so mpatem woni opani Adani George en wodi atudwa se we di okoto sepa enye se bi ebeba na akokọ no yese ye no ye beba no wosi jaso na nkati nkwan yi huro fa no se yi a menke fufu susu a wen se poso enye se bia mbokunkum awe yese mo nfa enye wonom na afijankropo ya enye mfa sopa e magana fu nyina
aban ewo aniswade hunu a ede sa nkokọ nkitinkiti aba enti enye se o je nkokọ no na woni wabusuanfo akwa akoche na edikan no yema obia bobo ma agric director na ni team efa obia dia so hwe ne kama se ampa o deserve se nkokọ nkitinkiti no o benefit bi enti nkyerɛkyerɛ a yɛayɛ ama ɔmo sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo hwɛ ɔmo yie ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo ma ɔmo nnuro ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo ma ɔmo feeding sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a nkokɔ no ɛnwo
One DC ewo German North Mensinim Adani George na ne krakra mu na Madam Sewa Vivian ya kyerɛ sɛ nsaka nkokɔ ibie no wasile ni aje pa na wenu kwa warishem se enche na mza he su no ebe mo be portrait farmer kese pa
insansa mani agia no one da so bi se da chibia metumi agira san koko wesu ama brabo atumponti ya me kan se o mampani dramani mahama le dana sipa so ntonko so a no nyesa na mo sifo so a e wo district ha DC ni mpene for MP ni wo ba e kan ho nyina da wo bi so ase se ye bompa ye se da chibia o benya ne a chance e ba be to aso
Kan Vivian na ono so mode ensamato edwa e wo dwumadi akoso no ase no
Majority leader was also a penny a washe aban enumedi ahodo eso Mahama Ayarega wade atujo se nyame adomo a February bosumi ne de toso aduonu enso 27th ebesi fiada na chese enena wotwe pepepe wase mrase bedwafo betena se amo mampanyi John Dramani Mahama nso apa mrase bedwafie anopa no ndu pepepe na wade state of the nation address e de aba betudwa womayi empempenso a yekwa kodru ehon hyehyeye ehon totoye ehon niam ahodo a wonum aye wade ehon nsema ba betudwa afi 2026 de na no nti no wose emrase bedwafo no obi amra o everybody come mo obi enyi ne hu mfirim se me kwa ha na me fa ha na me obi a emra acha no pano nkono abapa hudu numu de na tere se obi a tena se na fei nondu pepepepepepepe wa mampani John Dramani Mahama enso aba bedru sometime no ashase.
His Excellency the President of the Republic is scheduled to deliver a message on the state of the nation on Friday 27 February 2026 at 10 a.m. in accordance with Article 67 of the Constitution. In line with the convention of the House, honorable members are urged to be punctual and seated in the chamber by 9:15 a.m. as it is inappropriate for members to enter or exit the chamber after His Excellency the President has entered the House to deliver his address. The Speaker, in view of the President's address on Friday, the House will sit at 10 a.m. on Thursday, 26 February 2026, to enable the House adjourn early in preparation for the address. Pay attention. The President is coming on Friday in the morning. Normally, the place has to be prepared for the President. If we sit in the afternoon at 2, by the time we leave the chamber, it will be difficult for the clerks and his team to prepare the place for the President's visit on Friday. So we will sit at 10 a.m. on Thursday so that we can adjourn early and then leave the chamber for the clerk to prepare the place for the President. So
we a majority leader Edom Dodono wa mo ba no dani ya wasanso ehwe aban enyuma so yera Mahama Ayarega ene yetene nkan
eno na wuti asim ewo enkane ne patem asofo ya wo hwe enkrokuma mamu ehemfo enafi esofe kwa wodo so maimu kanisa na chese Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs ene wapeni Ahmed Ibrahim no se enkran ensori a sesei ebusuo no omachase ebe register womo wose sori be se mpimie no 2000 churches e won kramatemu ye register wo enu nti sesei e abefo so no mbefa e dia register wo nyina mom din akọ enkrata mu wose afimpimie no ene aduonu no ya aba besere ko 2025 yi wose sori be se 2200 ena wo mudin e ba enkrata ni mu na eno nti nkonkoda sesei wo bobrabro mani ase no na chese dia akwa duro ni se bibia no ya abefo enu nti pa se wo hwe metropolitans aso municipal and district assemblies no a sese umum na bekwa akoda wonu mabamu se wo mo hwe na wo mo entwetwe sorry a ye ntwetwe mu nyina din na ye hunu sede musiabo ho bra e dia frɛ.
The Registrar General Department does not publish a single definite number for all churches registered. The regional data and surveys show that thousands of churches are in the country, including about 2,200 churches registered in Greater Accra alone as of 2025, with 98.1% being single owner operations and the rest affiliated to larger brands of churches. Extrapolating this one nationwide, it certainly states that several thousands of churches are in the country but not officially consolidated. Mr. Speaker, instead of registration count, the Ghana Statistical Service monitors and tracks religious affiliations of the population. The 2021 population and housing census indicate that there are about 71.2% of Ghanaians who identify themselves as Christians, and this spread across Catholic, Protestants, Pentecostal or charismatic churches and other Christian denominations.
Ibrahim Yaswafo ya uhikuru kuma memu na nanu hemfo sensem ne kyerese esumfe kwa wodo so se de won mesiesie ho no ba twetwo ensori awodo bi a ye ntwere won mu din akonkrata mu enkraimantam mu
ene mo se beje fie na ye butu ene ejai edom kuma ne de to a na edom dodo so no mo so apagya no mo so de abeto se santai na we kukuru no de akohwe ha kire se obi e kana adwene obi e kire na adwene na ne nyina ne se yetu omayi mu na MPP aban eye se eye NIB ya ye nyina anase BNI ye nyina yenim ye kan se Bureau of National Investigation BNI efritete eno ne yenim MPP aban pa ye eno mo ye nsese se yesese di no na ya ye no eye National Investigation Intelligence na kire se ababeye NIB enen ye wo mo sesan wo enti eye adwuma yete ho enne ma se bedwafo kwotena ase a ena aba beto dwa se ye de bill bi akwa kwoto parliament na bill a ye de akwa kwoto parliament no opani soafo wono ehwe fisem so yera muntaka Muhammad Mubarak wo kasemu ene wo tere se NIB no a ya beye no anase kane BN9 enei yaba beye no NIB no edensema hodo ede aba kane no obi anim se wo kase Bureau of National Intelligence na kire se BN9 obi anim adwuma a wono eye aban dada no ba ye a wo mo beye no NIB no ena ene bank ya ye frɛ no NIB bank sa bank no National Investment Bank eno so ye twa ne tia waka ne se NIB enti adinu aba beka bom enti ene woka NIB a say yenim say National Investigations Bureau NIB ni ye kan say so National Investment Bank NIB ene ye kan obi nim age se wukyirem ana woka ne tintiremu emi ehu enti aban we kire se obeyidi no every National Investigations Bureau NIB no aban dada no edeba ye no na wosan de akọ back akwa ne BNI Bureau of National Intelligence BNI said de be ya ebete ne ho every eye bank ya ye friend National Investment Bank ne ho na ne di dada no a na eno na wo mko pejade tu mu a ene minority ka na majority nsu kirem we kan de we nsu kirem akoye piso na Yera Muhammad Muntaka Mubarak ekiremu.
We have a situation where you say NIB, people are wondering whether you're talking about the banks or you're talking about the security agents. So, Mr. Speaker, one of the significant things that we are trying to do is to reintroduce the name BNI. But this time, even though the BNI of yesterday was Bureau of National Investigation, this BNI will still remain Bureau of National Intelligence. If you are not careful, you create conflict between a detailed ministerial role and the function of the National Security Coordinator, because it's supposed to coordinate all the activities within the space. So one of the things that we are trying to do is to keep this position as more or less of that of the president, and then he gets one of his ministers to play that oversight without the necessarily fine detailed designation of a minister for national security, so that as much as possible you try to avoid the conflict between the minister and the national security coordinator.
soafo a wɔhwɛ efisɛm so yɛwura muntaka mubarake ana wote sɛ wɔkasa no sɛ wɔhyɛ ase na wɔsesɛ ne obi ka NIB a yɛnim sɛ yɛka NIB bank o sɛ nso yɛka NIB security fo no obi ntumi nkyerɛ nti no wɔn san de kɔ back ɛne wɔn sesa no akɔ ne BNI sɛ ne na ɛte dada no a na ɛno mu na ɛdɔm kuma no nso ɛsɔre yɛn wɔn sɛ saa bili a mode abai pa de sebio emfa so bie ni so asa de mode tumi bi ene niema bi na mode ba ba ye de mo pe afa so kra wo hwemu a shada nya de bi e wo se ye de ya asem kra we no mo kofo so na mo kokoye a ebe ma niema kra ye bisi basane ade kane swafo na wo hwe ya bambo ho nsem so yira Dominic Niti wo ene ogina minority na nemu o kan semi
na America project yɛde saka 2016 abamo kwan de kura de ya du
bushafo mo fanche yɛwura Niti wo ne no wayo entino yɛbɛhwɛ daakye nsaka ne abo ama mo so hu
yo yɛde ani kyerɛ mo ɛwɔ Cape Coast kropo no mu na wɔnom krache me kyerɛ mayor ɛne wɔpani George Justice Arthur wɔde atudwa sɛ nsɔre saa so na nanom ɛne mpanifo aka bi wɔ mu nyinaa so wɔbɛboa ama ahonidie mapa nsa kyerɛ tumi aba Cape Coast esase efi yadeɛ bi a emfa so die bia emma ɛde yadeɛ ɛna ɛnenam wɔ wɔsi Cape Coast ho ewudin a imsa kwansrafo ba wɔn mo pa na no betumi aboa na kyerɛ sɛ nipa no wɔ ba behunu se kuro no mate no wokodi mu adanse pa ɛde akyerɛ obi sɛ ahate na hɔ no so kora ɛnika nti brame nkɔ na mfe emfasika nso so kora emra manim ɛno no wɔto aso no wɔde tudwa sɛ wɔbɛkoto asrɛ pa atutwi bi wɔnom na sɛ akyi obi sɛ wɔyɛ fi a wɔsɛ yɛde ma no a mmara no yɛ sɛ nipa mpee na saa nipa no yɛhwɛ kwapɛ de ne bɛfa soɔ na ɛnsɛm wɔde tudwa no ɛyɛ asɔre bi a yɛfrɛ no Modest Chapel International ɛde dustbins bɔɔla nkɛntɛn maako bɛyɛ sɛ aduonum ɛkɔkɔma assembly sɛ wɔmfa sisi miayɛ ɛwɔ Cape Coast kuropɔn no mu na ahonidi ɛnkɔ so no pɛne George Justice Arthur ne nsɛmdeɛ
in fact enyi suma nye dɛ yɛpɛ dɛ Iguaman the cleanest city ever ewo and they assume office no yezenzema pinye go akwem one of them sanitation development and tourism ambassadors they are appointing Kofu which include Oye Bishop Abeku yeah inauguration obwena no oba there obebe and that's 50 now ye 2 years are shede is go to fiase yamin chaze we have fulfilled that promise of presenting 50 pieces of dustbin to this assembly. Now, my padam catcher there, dustbin a young cotton. You have used them or sent to corner the Mozabano. There's welcome BM, a woman here, maybe 2 years to finance. There is ready. And you are no more, also what up. Now, Bob Wama, if yet to fee as we institutions ankwankwa asoro ni awon boa
Mapani krache ye wo Cape Coast na mutene nka no George Justice Arthur na wasofo Emmanuel Amond ono so na asafo gina wonu manamu na wo kire nti a wo mutu sa anamo nti wakoto asere so se bola nkente omde aba no yemfa nye de wo so omde
nde Iraduri yem doctor ambassador of all ambassadors okay che Cape Coast funya de opede ne ni so ahu azuhu na opede oye ne de oze aza wotun rogum oze bobbo afra oze am Cape Coast man we send there so ohwe Cape Coast man the way ya numuta ono oyobi a opiaza oye fe na oyobi so a odwen ne man ho nti otena wozi na ohu de all there oze dam dash nsi otum oze yeden oze bra CCM fo na wotum oze bua ma Cape Coast this nya no wotum wa ye fe nti nde rabi ye be ya ye donate 50 dashbins ezema CCM
Owe yepe ena owura Jonas Gilbon ya wono na akọ Cape Coast kropo no mu a panimfo a eboa ema wonidie mapa etumi ekoso no oda wono ma no echese na ni agye pa na we no beboa amomadwuma no so aye America kra
perfect fashion say ultimate boa assembly with as many as 50 dustbins yes say many other people now emulate the example na boa na nyina yen keep us clean you na say o say bo say obama yen ultimate onasa
we Cape Coast enkomo 100.7 FM Sunye Oyerepa Sanshona Oyerepa TV. Yakase Facebook no Oyerepa Radio 100.7 YouTube. Yakwenim.
As I'm 12 ones, yes, I'm the Radio Universe 105.7 FM. Wamusam Treni, Wamu Penny Pa Alhaji Sadiq Abubakar. Nano a year toward the year February Bosumada Netoso Edunsom and Watwana Nanum Ewan Seado a University of Ghana Medical Center near Sepapay Wayare Kakra Aquada one more and nay Yankupon Atrunsa Ede Afrenwo na Kwabasana de natural se wase woman for echo nifie na womodia konsam Ede Koma a ye busia for Kaya one ewo Nanumu na woman da abedi etire yera Dr. Mama Dubaumia woko ebusuafie ho bie en wode nsem ahodo etuja kire kwan a wofa so a wonim eye Dr. Alhaji Abubakar Sadiq Amadi wose opani eni nipa ba kwa wodi kan ema no kwan ema wotumi betena radio so ekasaye ye ka the first radio and media interviewer yera Baumia kire se yera Alhaji ena obo modern ema no first interview ewo radio so ansana obehunu se ne yesi kasa yesi di nkomo ene sa ne ema no ewo radio ene TV so nti se ne opani no ato anan mo nse do na waso no nso ba na ode ya konsem ebre busua.
About 26 years I met him in the year 2000. I went to Lagos. At that time I was at the Bank of Ghana and I went to speak to students in Lagos for a program, and he invited me to come to Radio Universe, and that interview that he gave me was my very first interview in Ghana. I've never spoken on any radio, TV station, never, but he gave me my very first interview in Ghana, and I've never forgotten that. We discussed many issues, and we've remained friends since then. Even when I was in Zimbabwe in 2011, he came for medical attention in South Africa.
Wey Dr. Mama Dubaumia watching kwan ofa so a wone Dr. Alhaji Abubakar Sadiq ya kane station manager ewo Radio Universe na wo free mu no watching kwan ofa so a wode anim no.
Chief of Staff say wo koma pani atana ya de woda imefo no ano ani wo pani Julius Debra wo de atudwa se e ba na mra hye bedwafo sanso so ena chief executives imche DCs na MCs no amafo ni nyina enhwe ehunu se wonum asede e baako ense so mu refie se bibia ni na se wonum ya wonuma ensentwerefo ehunum esan se ensentwerefo kro ye de ne ekuti beka se wo ko sentwereni wona ni kudi nkoma wonu mom na wokoka ma wiase amanse nyina ate na ninti a woka we no ene se aban enhyehyeye ya de bia wode ba wonte so de ogusu a wo ye de wawie enimpo se de wo siesie no de aba afoforo no womanfo ebetia ejina sentwerefo so nti sentwerefo de wo se empanifo no amomani anko sentwerefo no ho na wonu wo ma nika so mbra no bra no a de omu ye bia no ya ban he no nyina ebeka de.
Let me share a little advice with you, especially my colleagues in ministerial, chief executive, parliament, and other positions. When I used to be the minister for local government, there's something I did that actually helped me. And I want to share with you, and you can also practice it, since this meeting is between office holders, political office holders, and media practitioners. Anytime I intend starting any initiative, I try as much as possible to invite people from the media fraternity. And then I'll tell them, colleagues, this is what I've been asked by the president to do. If you were to be in my shoes, how are you going to run it? So play the devil's advocate and tell me what you think will work and what will not work. Even though sometimes you know what you want, you just listen to them, and at the end of whatever they say, you thank them. That way, When you start implementing it, you are guaranteed nobody will criticize you because they were part of it. So I wish you so well. Make sure you put that into practice so that you won't get more criticism because they contributed to the formation of the idea. Thank you.
Nti we no ogohia benifo mo grokuma mamu no no di nkitawo no ene wo se ebra no ano no wo yesoafo hwe nkrokuma mamu ene ni puntuo so ma yimu ene de we chief of staff wo se ade bia no ano opeso wo ye no no hia sentwerefo bo won mamane sesei ni mampani peso tuna namo e de efre no ma ne kwase pa e mo manfo nsusu a wo ma yimu ete nti se kokoba so otumi eye na se kokowie pepenso bi kura se enwie ya na se empo etimi wie ya obi ya won sentweni ntimi nkonko ja baabi e mo no sobo criticize no esane se woni sentweni nu a na ehya asitiye kubia ni sentweni nu ni me no utufo se bra no titru asoafo no e man sentwefo ehunu dia ban no etuna namo e dia frɛ Julius Zebra na mutene nkai
pani kwankyerefo ya wada Kingdom Group of Companies ano Dr. Jonathan Kwame Amufa na yesu we be 40 bed capacity watramode ba ya no Great Kingdom Medical Center wo Kropon epoye mantemu na cha se wo be ye no na se wode boa ama pomode ho nsemo atumi akonkan ye papa ebra wo bi ano no mpanyifo hodo ba bi yera ya na kane wo yesofo ano hwedwedi nsem so no honorable Alankojo Chirematen wo kwapie mu ho bi no ase a doctor waya ade o wani so ade hunu elso yi papa wa bodjuma
na mo se ewia no ano wo so ikan I want to commend very highly and congratulate my very dear brother Amufa Kingdom for his vision and foresight and organizational skills in putting together this wonderful investment. So, vision, now foresight, now new organizational skills, your vision will remain a dream. So, the play a soda, you make us a near part, you have a pound to me. Jesus, the play a soda, say, we are going to come back. Now, so. And now the organizational skills are many are the world. And Tina na me share no ma we edimwa we na share say e be pamo to man. Nti many mo nyedwa.
We yera Alankojo Chirematen afamfranto eno wano eni etene nkano acting medical director Edema Kingdom Medical Center Dr. Evans Edu Anansi Edu Sefa en wono so etre de entia wono mo abepeja ayasabia kakraka sei de abesi ho
nti good
Oyerepa TV, Efrinyame.